Welcome back to Rimworld, everyone, and we've got a really great event here to start off today's episode. A trade ship is passing by. They are known as the Boyle Corporation. More importantly, they are a prosthetics trader. So we are also in the process of sort of working on a prosthetics workbench here, and obviously androids, hopefully, this episode. I've got another plan as well, but we'll talk about that in a second. First things first, let's recap what prosthetics we actually need here. Krup has his bionic hand now, so he's working better than usual. Lubov needs a new leg. That's it. Yeah, so any sort of bionic leg would help out a lot. We've got some heat stroke, really. Oh, it is fairly warm outside. It's 38 degrees outside. Nelson needs a nose, and that is essentially it. So let's get Krup Voosh over towards the farming trader as well. Let's go over to the prosthesis trader. Oh my god, we've got nothing. They do have... do you have a foot, though? They have an artificial nose, so we actually do need one of those. Where is your bionic foot? Well, that wouldn't really help too much, seeing as it's the whole leg that's missing. Bionic ear, power arm. Advanced power arm is obviously better than... or I should say the power arm is better than just having a regular arm. But there are two different versions. So there's the bionic arm, which is for manipulation and actually working. And then there's the power arm, which, as it says there, sharp retractable claws, the ultimate upgrade. This is for combat, predominantly. So I don't think we want that one too much. More importantly, why do we have... Oh, because the beacon's still at the old stockpile zone. Right, there we go. Okay. So what we probably should do, first and foremost, is actually probably do this. Reinstall the beacon, and then... Oh, shit, did I reinstall that, or did I? Yes, I did. And then we'll just create a new stockpile around the beacon so that we aren't, missing any things here and there. Don't allow rotten, don't allow fresh, no foods, and no medicine as well. And then after that, we'll see what we can actually sell them and try and buy that nose, preferably. See what we can also sell to the farming trader. You know what would also help? One in probably the stockpile room as well, the food stockpile. Because we do have a ridiculous amount of meat that I don't think we really have call for yet. Because 7 colonists. Maybe I'll adjust that as we go on. Anyway, prosthesis trader. They don't want anything. Right, let's try the farming trader. Do you want anything? Components. Oh, really? That's convenient. They've got fertilized porg eggs. 25 of the damn things. Could start a porg farm. They got fertilized tortoise eggs. Fertilized iguana eggs. Yeah, no, that's... What the hell is a mega neura? Can we eat raw, but it tastes horrible. What is a mega neura? Any idea? Should hatch into a larva. So that is some sort of insect then in that case. Not really worth it. Yeah, no, they really have nothing. That's a bit of a shame. Iron husk beetles, to my knowledge, actually give you iron, don't they? Consumes a huge amount of wood from live trees, so it could be difficult to look after. They shed metallic husks that can be used as steel. That's cool. So they're actually kind of, assuming you've got, like I said, enough farmers, enough trees to look after them, they're actually a good, consistent source of resources. We won't worry about that one. So, the other thing I want to do this episode, alongside the other things I talked about at the start here, oh nice, androids are actually good to go, so we will start focusing on that. The other thing I wanted to do was rebuild the base. Because right now I'm sort of falling into that trap of building everything out of wood, and... You know, we've got a lot of bamboo in storage as well. Bamboo, as I said before, gives a beauty bonus over regular furniture. So I think it's actually time to dismantle everything and start fresh before we get too ingrained in the game, before we get too far into it. Because rebuilding the base now, it's going to be a lot easier than rebuilding it in another 5 episodes. Now, my main reasoning for doing this is we have so many crafters that the stone cutting speed, I believe, is affected by crafting. So we can just churn out a shit ton of stone blocks very, very quickly because, like I said, we've got a ridiculous amount of actual crafting Rimworld pawns here. So let's also go for stonecutters tables. We need a lot more steel, but I think if we took down like 2 of those as well, that's not a bad plan. Now, I may even cancel the mining in the quarry for a while just until we can get some more steel. Do we have any convenient steel? Not massively, no. We've got some here, but obviously that's through the river and it will take us some time to traipse through that. What about kind of in this area? Could we go for this stuff? That's actually not too far away. This stuff is probably the closest still. Bearing in mind the stockpiles here. Yeah, let's go for this little chunk of steel. And I'll cancel off the quarry designation, then we'll just do this one instead. So let's go mine connected ores. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and forbid the quarry temporarily. Did find some more gold. 6 more gold. Doesn't seem like a lot. Like I said, the quarries are very, very slow. But, you know, if you've got nothing else to do, 6 gold, that'll add up over time. This may seem like a weird one to go for here, but we have the option to make scientist cabinets. Now, this is going to hit basically all the other research we need urgently, I would say. The scientist cabinets also give, as it says there, a speed bonus to production. It also gives a slight production bonus to, or a slight bonus, I should say, to just research speed as well. So if you build benches close enough to work tables, this is very, very useful. I might actually queue those up. Then I'm also going to queue up the advanced multi-analyzer. I kind of want to start sustainably and get all these bonuses so that, it seems a bit of a waste of time not getting the scientist cabinet and the multi-analyzer to start off with, because we can really cut down a lot of this eventual research time just by getting these ones first. Like, it'll add up, and obviously the earlier you get these, the more beneficial it's going to be over the period of the campaign. So let's grab these first. Proof cabinets, basically like your regular old workbench, or what is it called, tool cabinet, but gives a bigger speed boost, and you can connect this one and a tool bench to a workstation. So these all stack. Then we've also got fabrication, advanced fabrication, which we're going to need anyway to make lightsabers, blasters, whatever. We're going to need that as well. So this seems like a fairly good research tree. So another thing worth mentioning before I forget it as well, is I am going to start asking the patrons for names that they'd like to see in this series. Obviously, as a Star Wars theme series, we probably want Star Wars names. Doesn't matter too much. You basically just send me whatever you want, and I'll get in touch with those guys. After the patrons have got back to me with their patron names, I am going to open up the floor to anybody. But to make things a little more interesting, because sort of last series we had, maybe like a patron character for an episode and then they died, I am going to try and endeavor to make a statue out of everybody. And then sort of similar to like the Jedi Temple in actual Star Wars, or like the Valley of the Sith, or Valley of the Dark Lords, I think it's actually called. We'll have loads of statues of all of our various colonists. That way, even if they die, they're always going to stare at us while we eat. I don't really know where I was going with that one. But we've always got like a memoriam to them, Oh, nice. Okay, so we've actually got the prosthetic workbench here finished. So Lubov, was it leg and nose? So let's see what's the best leg we can actually make for Lubov here. Just a simple prosthetic leg, that's a bit of a shame. Not very comfortable, but quite efficient. You know what, I'll take it, that's better than nothing, right? So we'll take that one. 85%. Well, that's obviously a lot better than 0. And then we also want a prosthetic nose just for, aesthetics purposes. Right, so who is our best crafter? Because we'll just get that to make them for. So Cotway, if you actually want to start work on that, my friend, what I'm actually going to do is more likely going to assign jobs to particular people. Because crafting sort of covers a massive range of different bills, probably just going to say, like, Cotway can be our prosthetics, producer. That way I can keep better track of things rather than trying to prioritize it. One thing I always find with Rimworld is obviously, setting up the work tab just isn't precise enough. Just ticking these, because obviously if you say make 2, you'll get somebody come over, start 1, stop, someone else will come over, move their work off, start a fresh one, someone else will come over. It's just a massive pain in the arse, so just having one guy capable of doing it is probably better. Right, let's start that work immediately, just because this has an immediate benefit on the colony. How are we doing in terms of steel? Oh man, they're getting the steel pretty goddamn fast, huh? What have we got? Major break risk, what is that, heat stroke maybe? Recreation starved. Did I forget to set up their... No, they've got jobs. We'll give them an extra hour of recreation. 3 hours a day is quite a fair amount. I've seen so many different job suggestions and bills that I'm just going to stick with this one because it kind of works for me. Even I'm not sure which one I kind of like the best. I don't think there's any arbitrarily best work order. Sort of depends what you're doing, what stage colony is at as well, obviously. Nice, improved cabinet is done already, and we've got a pleasure cruiser, so we might as well see what they've got. This is obviously good for recreation. So the pleasure cruiser, I believe, is added by the additional Joy Objects mod. Might be wrong on that one, but it sells things like, arcade cabinets, chess tables, crap like that. So let's take a look. Speaking of which, we do have the option to buy gluten dogs. Gluten dogs, of course, being Nintendogs. Rumsworld, which I'm going to assume is game about sailors shipwrecked on an island, plenty of rum but no shelter. That's such a good pun. It's obviously Rimworld. Different sculptures. Rim Colony, I assume, is just, gonna assume that's Monopoly? You sort of hope so, right? Flat screen television. Telescopes are also pretty good. They are cerebral play, right? So we might as well grab one of those. Spelunky, Plants vs. Zombies, Minecraft. We'll grab a copy of Minecraft because everybody loves that. We'll get a couple of arcade cabinets. Honestly, I'm kind of happy to spend a lot of our silver on keeping our boys happy for a while. Because that was sort of the issue last series in particular. Not enough entertainment. So this is going to basically solve that pretty much immediately. Right, we'll put the telescope somewhere incredibly convenient. So just basically right outside the front door. Again, it's all a convenience thing. Mintcraft. Why not put it there? There we go. Nice. So that's, what's that, 4 different types of recreation now? 5? Because we've got solitary out on the pier. We've got relaxation. I suppose technically the cloth meditation pad counts as that. You've got social. I think poker and, let's see, cerebral play. Oh, poker counts as cerebral, really. It's dexterity for billiards. This one counts as telescope study. Oh, it's an entirely separate type. That's very, very cool. All right, you know what? We've actually fulfilled many different types then in that case. Hey, there we go. Prosthetic leg is finished. That is fantastic news. Right, now we could also, setting up a hospital is on my priority list to do as well today. What unowned beds do we have? Oh, shit. Cotway's bedroom has a hole in that. Well, it's obviously got a hole in the wall because it's a door. That's generally what we refer to those as. More specifically, it's got a hole in the floor, which we need to wood over. Otherwise, they're just going to try to put a shit ton of dirt in. What did I want to do? Hospital bed. Oh, have we got a spare one? We do have a spare one. Can we get this out of here? Thank you. Right, so let's go ahead and make that for medical. It's not the best medical bed, but, you know, it's an unused bedroom, so it's incredibly clean. Infection chance multiplier from room, 50%. So it is actually a fairly sterile room. It's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. Right, so we want to say Lubov. Oh, we should probably wait for him to actually put it in the stockpile first. Right, there we go. Lubov, health, operations, add bill. Which one is missing? Right leg. And she's also got a scratch scar on her left leg. Christ. 24 out of 30 is definitely not means to replace it. I think if it falls below sort of like 2/3, then I would sort of be tempted to make a prosthetic. Right, so that's your right leg. Just to confirm, prosthetic leg, right leg. I've done this before in series where I've chopped off someone's leg where we didn't need to, but that should help out a lot. Oh, Krup's probably got a load of force powers, right? Didn't even think about that. 2 points available. Okay, so not a load, but a decent amount. Lubov, let's get you rest until healed. And you know what, let's get Krup operating on her immediately. He's only playing billiards, so I feel like, you know, fixing your wife's leg, probably a little more reasonable. Oh, hang on, Krup isn't our doctor though, is he? It's the Wookiee. The Wookiee is so good at everything. Holy shit. Prioritize operating on Lubov. What? Was interrupted. Why? That's a lie. It absolutely wasn't. Good luck, Cotway. You can do it. Wait, he's inspired. What's he inspired by? Shoot frenzy. Okay, not that great then. I was hoping it would be surgery, but honestly, we got fairly lucky there anyway. Prosthetic leg. Nice. 30 out of 30 efficiency, 85%. So she's actually going to be useful in combat. Sort of one of the issues we had last time was her, you know, basically dragging her way to any combat scenario. That's that solved. Everybody seems fairly happy right now. Obviously, Bryn has a slight bit of mental breakdown, but that is just about to solve itself. Bryn, you've got to remember, is neurotic. So his mental break threshold is much, much higher. So even just being in the yellow is very good for that dude. And what about you? You're also neurotic. Right, so we've got two neurotic characters here. One's very neurotic. So the fact that they are both, you know, yellow and very, very close to, oh, you know what, he's going to be happy. I think we're doing a pretty good balance in terms of the actual mood here. And Krup, obviously, he's apparently on cloud 9. We actually have a lot of marble chunks kicking around, and marble, in my opinion, is the nicest looking chunk just aesthetically, you know? It's sort of that classical, say classical Renaissance, you know, nice arty looking block. So I'm going to go with that one. Oh, you can bulk make blocks, really? Work given by stone cutting speed, whereas this one's just, apparently doesn't make any difference. I mean, surely you'd go with always the bulk one, right? Anyway, we're going to go with that one. Multipliers were made of this. Oh, so when things are made of marble blocks, they gain 100% blunt damage. Sure. So we're going to do that until we've got, how much do we really want in the stockpile? 500 is probably a fair amount, and then we'll unpause, whoops, 500, and then we'll unpause when we've got 100 left. And we'll also copy that bill over to the other workbench as well here. Nice. So, stone cutting speed. Who is bad at mining is probably the real question here. Krup, obviously Krup is relevant. Stoll is bad at mining. Are you okay at crafting though? Honestly, 7, yeah, fine, whatever. Lubov, math pros, not necessary. You're also pretty crappy at mining, so you can have that one too. Gonna lower mining for those boys. There we go. So we've actually got some more dedicated stone cutters. Nice. Okay, so who did I actually put on stone cutting in? I've got to remind myself now. So we've got Stoll and Priscilla. So let's see what Priscilla's doing right now. Eating, and then you should immediately start stone cutting. Yeah, there we go. Cutting stone blocks in chunk. Cutting stone blocks in bulk is what I meant. Obviously, they're cutting them in chunk. They are stone chunks. Do we want to just throw them straight on the floor? Probably not a bad idea, right? I'm going to say drop on floor, just because if we're going to start to tear out this room, well, you know, tear this room apart and rebuild it anyway, might as well just leave them around where they're more convenient. Oh shit, that makes 60 blocks at a time. Wow, that is very good. Now, to help speed things up as well, I'm going to throw down a tool cabinet. It's a little bit, oh man, this is going to get fairly inconvenient the more tool cabinets we get. Let's go tool cabinet. Improved cabinet requires components. Scientist cabinet, which is the very end game cabinet, is very, very expensive. But I'm going to get Krup to build these up basically instantly, because they are, oh shit, I queued that up. That's me being an idiot. Right, there we go. And then queue that one up afterwards, just because it's going to help their work speed so significantly. What does that give? Plus 10%. That's obviously pretty significant. And this one gives, what, 5% as well? So these all stacked together can end up giving like a 50% work speed bonus, which is huge. Obviously, it's a lot of research investment and a fair amount of component investment as well. 15% extra bonus speed, and that affects all of these workstations. So that's working out. You can just see that is affecting the other two there if you look very, very closely. What I'd like to see is maybe when you open up the information menu here, maybe a little tab showing what is actually connected to it, just so you can confirm for yourself what is, you know, whether or not it is working as you would intend. Because it might be quite difficult to see if, you know, say for example, this stone cutting bench was connected up to this cabinet, because these lines are a little bit vague. Obviously you can see, but it is fairly vague. You know, just a more easy to understand interface, or an easy to interpret interface there. Slavers. Okay, now, previously, you might remember I purchased a slave, immediately set them free, and then they just walked away and left the base. This time around, if we buy any slaves, obviously we do need to make sure that they are in the prison so that we can recruit them. Just basically acts like a regular recruitment thing, right? Let's get rid of that lightning before it starts lagging the game out massively. Right, is this, are these Imperials? No, they're tribal. Who have they got? Kind of difficult to tell, because they're all just very similarly. Wait for them to turn up, then we'll go trade them. There's a lot of these feralists kicking around her. Man, there's a lot of them. Have I missed, like, a broodmother or something? Hang on. Wildlife? Feralisk. Says 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's only 5. No broodmother either. Weird. Doesn't matter too much. Again, they are kind of a pain in the ass because they do attack our animals quite frequently, but not enough to work. Not enough to warrant going and hunting them down because they are also quite strong. Best social, I'm going to assume, is still Krup Voosh. It absolutely is. Go and trade with these boys. See what slaves they've got kicking around. So we've got the choice of Scoundrel, who apparently comes with their own helmet. What is that supposed to be? Oh, they're a Zabrak. Right, those are horns, I see. Good at shooting, good at melee. Terrible at everything else, but Brawler, Bloodlust, and Ascetic. That would make for a very, very good, you know, just guard. Good base. Base defender. Not terrible. Okay, how much are you worth? 1,500? We might struggle to actually buy them in hindsight, because I did just buy a bunch of prosthetics, or a bunch of recreation. Eddie the Miner. Good at, understandably, mining. Chemical Interest, kind of beautiful, would be a very, very good character to have. 10 mining as well, sort of what we're lacking here. Gak, Servant. Oh, shit. Oh, man. How can we very, very quickly get... Alright, we need 3,700 silver, basically as soon as possible. How can we do that? We can't. That's ridiculous. That's like an absurd amount of silver you're asking for right now. Right, let's get this haul to start off with. Shit, that's a real shame, because that cook would really, really set the bar very, very high for, you know, dedicated crafters. Man, that's a real, real shame. I kind of wish I hadn't have bought all of these. Well, you know what? We've got Minecraft, so who needs a good cook when you've got yourself some Minecraft, huh? Work's in full swing. We've got a pretty decent amount of blocks already, so we might as well start using them up. And research is going very, very well. We're already, you know, like just under a halfway there of fabrication, or just over a third. Let's start replacing the walls then. So let's go for marble walls. I assume these have a beauty bonus, right? +1. Is that it? Really? Walls made of, you know, processed marble? Good lord. What do wooden walls give? Nothing. Okay, so that is a very, very, very slight improvement. I can't believe that that's all they give. That seems a little bit shitty. Alright, so let's go ahead and just tear out this sort of main room to start off with here. We won't touch the freezer yet. That will wait until the very, very end when I'm confident we've got enough blocks just to be able to very, very quickly wipe it out. I kind of want to do a bedroom at a time and isolate it. Oh, you know what? We've got the replace mod. Okay, the only reason I wanted to do that was because it was obviously we knocked a wall through and then... you know, they went to bed or started recreation time before they'd finished replacing the wall, they'll be upset because they're sleeping outside. It doesn't matter, because we've got the replace mod, so we can actually just go like this and replace absolutely every single one on the map. There is a slight issue in that some walls apparently can't be replaced. I'm going to assume these are ones built on bridges, right? Because if we try and replace these, unfortunately it just says, you know, space already occupied. It's either power conduits or bridges, but seeing as that, you know, we can build on these where there are coolers, I'm going to assume it's entirely bridges. A little bit of a shame there. Again, it doesn't matter too much. We'll just manually destroy these and build them as I said we would before. But hey, this is going to take no time at all, I think, with these stone cutters. We may... oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, never mind then. The game's decided to screw us. 4 of them have malaria. We should be fine. I mean, it's just malaria, right? It's not like they can't... okay, oh, shit. Cotway is also our doctor. Okay, man, that's a real shame. What are we going to do then? Let's think. How do I want to do this? Because I want... so both of our doctors have got ill from malaria, right? Yeah, that's actually horrible. So obviously patient comes before doctor, so they're immediately going to dive into bed rather than treating themselves. Okay, prioritize... wait, force heal? Does that work on malaria? No, it doesn't. Oh, God, okay. Prioritize tending to Krup, and then prioritize... okay, so Cotway is actually working on that one first. I mean, in theory, we shouldn't have to micromanage this, but we may have to nonetheless. Building marble wall, hey, prioritize tending to Cotway as well. Once they've got their treatment, they can just fuck off and go about their business, so... quality 80% with herbal medicine, not too bad. How much Glitterworld medicine have we got left? Oh, we're actually completely out now. Right, okay. Thank God we've got a decent stack of herbal medicine in that case. Who else was it that was ill? Hang on. History, messages. Cotway, Stoll, Priscilla, Krup. Let me just make sure they're all... I'm going to micromanage this a lot more than I normally would. So, you are good. Oh god, you've also got a carcinoma. Minus stable left lung. Right, probably from the smoke leaf tolerance. We will need to get rid of that then at some stage. We need a spare lung. Okay. Priscilla also needs fixing very, very quickly. Tended to Priscilla. Yeah. I didn't think we need to micromanage it that much, but I am going to keep a very, very close eye on this one. Alright, next round of malaria treatment here for Krup Voosh. Honestly, it's looking fine. I don't think we've got anything to worry about. 22% immunity, 17% disease progression. I think they're going to be okay. Honestly think they're going to be okay. Bear in mind, this is also with them running around, actually not getting much bed rest too. So if it was looking a little more dire, we could just send them to bed and have them sleep, you know? So I think they're going to be absolutely fine. More importantly, hey, look at this base. Is this not 10 times better already? Now, what I want to do before they finish this wall is... I hate these workbenches opening up, you know, when you click on them immediately. I don't know what mod is doing that, but it's driving me insane. What I actually want to do is expand the work area. Preferably... Oh, God, it's all going to be wood bridge. God fucking damn it, seriously. So all of this is swamp. Yeah, that's annoying. I did want to expand the work area, but... It's going to take so much bridging over, unfortunately. Right, let's do it without... I mean, we've got the wood. We've got the wood. We've got loads of wood because I'm taking apart the walls. That's me thinking that I actually don't want to go out, spend another day getting more wood, but actually doesn't matter that much. So let's do something like this and move it straight along the side of the river. I do want to sort of encompass the quarry as well if we can do that, so it counts as working indoors. Because right now they're very, very warm working that quarry. So let's do something along the lines of, like, you know, just this for now. It's maybe a little bit overkill, but I think a bigger workroom would help out a lot. Especially with, like I said, workbenches, things like that. We probably do want to clear this out. 41-28 after the third round of treatment there. I think we're going to be alright. I'm kind of tempted just to let them have a day of bed rest relatively soon, because that is getting to sort of dangerous levels. The base, I mean, the base is always going to be here, and honestly, the work on it is going very, very quickly. So I'm going to say... Why not get another... We do have another hospital bed here, so we're going to turn this one into medical. We're going to set this one up for Nelson, I believe, had that one. There we go. And then hold door open just to make things a little bit quicker. I know I'm being a little bit ridiculous with that, but we might as well, huh? And then let's also go refrigerator. That's what I was thinking. So let's go... Oh, we might as well build the smaller ones just to save ourselves a little bit here. So wall, single refrigerator. Put one... which way around is it supposed to be? Like that, right? Put one there, one there. Let's get Krup to quickly throw these down. Reason for that is I'm going to put herbal medicine in those. You don't need healing, right? Yeah, no, you've already been healed. I didn't want to, you know, have him build refrigerators when there's someone literally dying of malaria. Okay, so we go storage. Oh, that's a wall single refrigerator. Not that it matters. You could have built that into the wall, apparently. We want to put in that one medicine. And we want to make that critical priority. Then we'll go to the freezer and make that important. I can't believe I didn't make that critical anyway. Right, there we go. And then we'll copy the settings from this one. Paste that onto this one. Right, that should be good. And now all of these boys are obviously going to get some bed rest, which is very, very valuable. Can we get this stuff hauled urgently as well? I'm just trying to do as much as we can to make this as efficient a process as possible. Hey, Lubov, you've got legs. Why don't you use them and prove to me that it wasn't a complete waste of time? What did you just do? Oh, I think I had a... We'll never do hauling. Oh. I disagree. Oh, shit, that's Krup. No. Wrong Krup. Sorry, we're after Lubov Krup. Right, here we go. Bring you over to the freezer. Let's just drop it down over there and get someone else to actually put it in the freezer. Won't haul it, but she will pick it up and carry it somewhere else, which is definitely not the same thing. Right, haul urgently. Let's get Bryn to move it then. Bryn, reliable Bryn. I don't really remember who you are, Bryn, but you are reliable nonetheless. We need to give these boys, like, specialized names, huh? Where did he put that one? What? My dude. Do I keep clicking press up, or is this game, like, disagreeing with me today? Here, drop that there. Okay, cool. Then... I mean, cool literally, preferably. Like, that was an order. Cool it. No? Do I keep saying pick up? Am I actually going insane? Drop the fucking herbal medicine. Haul urgently. Bryn? Oh, it's because it's at the top of the list. Right, okay, that's why it's fucking throwing me off there. Good, right, there we go. Nice. 27, 29. That's a good equal split of herbal medicine. Gonna make our lives a lot easier. Another Feralisk hunting Christabel for food. Maybe we should clear these things out because they are seriously getting on my nerves right here. Okay, Krup, come and deal with it. Show them what Sith Master Krup Voosh can do. I can't believe we've already gone into Sith Master. Blast it. Oh, get dusted. What? Oh, God. No, that's bad. Other Feralisks have become enraged. Yep, no, that's not ideal. Right, well, I guess we are dealing with them then, one way or another. Krup, my friend, you may want to choke that one out, because it's getting very close. Oh, God. Right, now whack it. Oh, God, please. Please help Krup Voosh. Get closer. Get closer, team. Search and destroy. There we go. Search and destroy. There we go. Good. An actual showdown. This is cool. Okay, we're fine. Is that all the ferals dealt with? There've got to be others, right? Let's wait until speed 3 re-enables itself, but I think that actually might have been it. Yeah? We good, game? There we go. Okay, right, yeah, no, that was it. Good. Probably best that we did deal with those, because they have been a massive pain in the ass. There is another one kicking around somewhere. I'm just going to designate it to be hunted. 100% chance of seeking revenge after being harmed, so they are, like, really that much of a pain in the ass. You might as well finish that one off. I don't think we're allowed to have feralisks in the freezer, are we? Corpses, animal corpses, no. Insects, good. I just wanted to double check that one. Seriously? Another one? Oh my god, these things are incredibly annoying. I might have to, maybe... It's going to kill our Pebblemit. My goddamn Pebblemit. Hey, get out of here. Stop. Force choke. Choke him out. Uses the dark side for those... For the forces of good, I guess. I mean, it seems a little bit of a weird Sith Lord, you know. Only using the dark side to save his pets, apparently. Anyway, that should finish that thing off. We might as well go and just also take it out. Guarantee it doesn't stand back up, the freaking thing. Right, there we go. Okay, is that all? Is that... There's still another one. There's still another one. What do you mean, bedbug? Oh, God, those things... Oh, God. Those are horrible. Oh, there's also a bouldermit. Man. So, bouldermits are like pebblemits, but obviously produce more blocks if you... I believe they actually produce chunks if you, tame them. There's also an even larger version. I forget what it's called, but we saw it last series, or a couple of series ago, and basically these things, as they attack... or as they walk across the train, will just crush anything in front of them. So even if it's just casually walking through, it will, like, just walk straight through your base and crush it. They're that large and powerful. So we need to be careful of those things. I think it is the Alpha Animals mod that's just adding so much crazy wildlife that's screwing us over here. Malaria update, and this is hopefully going to be the final one. We are at 99% immunity there with Krup Voosh, so hopefully that'll be everybody. Developed immunity. Stall is got to be almost there, right? 87%, 71. Okay, so fairly close. 92%, 67 for Priscilla, and Cotaway has also developed immunity, so I think everybody's going to be safe. The only one that may be a minor concern is obviously Stoll there, but, I mean, oh, speaking of minor concern, apparently there's a raid, decided to interrupt. Yeah, that's fine. Everything's good then, and this is probably the perfect time to get a raid after everybody's healed up. Androids from the hills. Right, so we've got some level 1 androids attacking here. 8 of them, and they're all using melee by the looks of it, so this is going to be a fairly... I would say fairly safe and easy fight. So they're going to prepare for a while and then attack, I believe that said. Let me just double check the message here. Yeah, they're prepare for a while, then attack. We could attack them preemptively. I don't think we need to. Let's just let everybody live their life for a while. Might as well do what we can, and then we'll deal with them afterwards. They're conveniently riding a boomalope, which is obviously probably the best thing you'd want your enemies to ride into battle in. An explosive animal. Okay, so we'll deal with that in a second. Colonist needs treatment. That's Priscilla. She's just been healed up. Hopefully, this gives us a little extra time for the malaria to completely wear off of everybody. Because even though, you know, Krup has... you know, grown the immunity to malaria, he still is suffering from some of the effects of it there. So, what is that? Consciousness, blood filtration. Consciousness minus 5%, it's obviously not ideal. Coupled with the heat stroke too, that's actually significant. So, it's not going to completely fade away, but it should get to less significant levels. Stoll needs treatment. I assume someone's treating him. Is anybody going to treat Stoll? Hauling wood to wood bridge. Cotway playing darts. Playing darts while people are dying of malaria. You selfish Wookiee shit. Is that racist? Oh god, they're beginning their assault. Okay, everybody up on your feet then, time to go. Everyone has guns already, so I think this is going to be a very easy battle. We'll fight them coming over the pond, a little bit of natural defense there. Everybody does have a ranged weapon, right? Brain has a pistol, Nelson has a pistol, Lubov has the DXR-9, Cotway with the SMG, seems a lot odd in the Star Wars universe, and then we've got, you know what, I'm going to swap Stoll and Priscilla around. Originally I had them just in, like, disease order, but I'm going to move these two around because these are our... melee characters, obviously, so... Right, get you to the other side of the river there. The side of the lake, I should say. Right, okay. Krup, your job, stun them as they get close. That's basically all I'm going to do with Krup. Priscilla is the last sort of... oh, God, was that necessary? So Krup's going to be the one that stuns them. Priscilla is the sort of last hope at slowing them down. These guys are not very accurate, huh? Oh, don't panic yet. Okay, we're fine. It's really convenient that they've all turned up dual-wielding clubs and knives. That's very, very convenient. This is very fun, though. Look at this. This is a very cool raid. Anyway, choke him out. Does that work on an android? Apparently so. Nice. Okay. What else we got to deal with here? So, Krup, let's use a Force Lightning on Reed just to get some damage down. There we go. Very, very nice. Force Drain. Does that work on Android? I assume everything works on everyone, right? Let's start draining his health, and they are fleeing. Now, more importantly, we've knocked a few of them down as well, so we'll take a look at what these guys are going for, and we knocked 2 down, specifically. You actually might want to attack the one that's, you know, attacking us, you big idiots. Are we... No, we're still going to attack the fleeing ones. Hey, stop. I didn't want them to shoot Priscilla, that was my only concern. There we go. Oh, God, we shot the other one as well. God damn it, you big shit. Alright, I think we're fine. Nothing to worry about, team. You can start firing now. Or we could kill them all. Such is the Sith way. Krup, I think you're having a bad influence on these people. Right, go about your business. Priscilla really desperately needs healing, actually, so heal other Priscilla. We good? Are we good? Apparently not. Priscilla, stand still for me a second. Krup, you need to just make sure she's healed. It's only a bunch of club injuries, which is why I wasn't too concerned about letting them get that close. I just kind of wanted a cool battle. Oh, no, apparently she's fine. Good. Okay, so we knocked down Grayson. Oh, man. For an android, seems fairly skilled. 9 crafting. Oh, sorry, 9 animals there. 4 cooking isn't terrible. You know, if we just have him butchering, level that up pretty quickly. 10 melee as well. Pretty significant there. 7 shooting is also pretty good. Simple-minded. Simple-minded is just basically because they're a tier 1 android. They don't have much sentience. They don't have much to complain about. Hates humanity. Steadfast. Steadfast, obviously very good. Does that mean he's going to just hate everybody if we recruit him and cause issues? Did you see he wouldn't be able to do social because he's just a robot, right? Anyway, let's capture him nonetheless. Allow all, and then Priscilla can go about her business. These androids are apparently fairly useless to just straight up not bury. Like, they don't do anything if we not even deconstruct them. It counts as butchering them, so we don't really want to do that. Good work, Krup. Well done, team. So I do actually want to finish off what I said I was going to do at the start of this episode and actually get all of the walls replaced, and, you know, that was sort of the goal we set, so let's finish that one off. Even though we've overrun on this episode, I think it's only right to actually do what we said we set out to do. So, let's get a couple of these walls replaced. Yeah, I don't know what was actually causing that, because it turns out none of these had bridges. It just seems pretty finicky, the whole replace walls mod. There we go. We've got enough wood now to last us a lifetime. Actually, a ridiculous amount of wood. Especially when you consider I am going to replace a lot of the furniture as well with bamboo furniture, because that gives a beauty bonus. It's not significant. Oh, shit. Prisoner Grayson is escaping. Why do I do this every single time? Every single time. Do you want to actually... do I really care about a robot that hates humanity? Nah, I've got to be honest with you. Grayson has succumbed to the power of the dark side. Honestly... We've lost a prisoner, but that was worth it, because that was a cool message to get, huh? That's probably the best message we could have ever hoped for. More to the point, why have we got insect meat in our freezer? How has this happened? Insect corpses are not allowed to be butchered. Insect corpses are not allowed in the freezer. Oh my god, I hope we haven't been cooking meals with insect jelly. With insect meat. Rice, panther meat, nutrient solution. Oh, Jesus. Man, that sucks. That really, really sucks. Foods, raw food... Meat, no insect meat. Hey, get out of here with that. What is it called? Like insects something? Where is it? Insect meat. There we go. I wasn't doing Start Crazy Train, I promise. Right. Haul that. Get it out of here. Let's dump it in this area as well. Insect meat. There we go. That's something we definitely don't want. Now, just to make sure that that's definitely not going to get put into any meals, because sometimes the AI is a little desperate. Let's set the radius to just everything in the freezer. There we go. Something in our base, and I have no idea what it is putting out just a ridiculous amount of light. Look at this. Like, what is causing that? We don't even have many light sources. But we only have wooden end tables. You know what we do have? I do have the ceiling lamps mod, but I didn't quite realize it was that OP. So we've just got these ones, but that's a lot of light, huh? Seems it might be a little bit too strong in hindsight. What sort of power usage do they have? 20 watt. Oh, man. Okay, this one might be a little OP. I kind of just wanted this one because I hate lamps everywhere. You know, I hate, like, standing lamps in the middle of rooms. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, that might be a little bit too strong. I might even make my own custom changes to that to sort of make it not quite as ridiculous, because that's, like, floodland level of bad. Bryn is neurotic, which obviously means he's got a much lower mental break threshold, but what I actually didn't realize is that he also has, with you, oh, heat stroke. He also has greedy for impressive bedroom. Or he's just specifically greedy, I should say. So what I've done is installed a massive statue of himself in his own bedroom to keep him happy. Given him a little chair and a little rose as well, so hopefully he'll stop being a little bitch. And honestly, his mood has gone up massively. Look at that. That's all it took, was giving him a decent bedroom. God damn it, that's ridiculous. Another great bit of progress there. Research finished, fabrication. Getting that done in one episode, 4,000 research is nothing to sniff at, seeing as we also got a couple of other bits of research done as well, like the improved cabinet, for example, and, you know, raids, malaria too. I think that's great progress. I kind of forgot how important the multi-analyzer and these powered research benches are, you know, because a couple of episodes ago even, when we had just those simple research benches, were so slow in comparison to this. Krup, let's spend his force points, and then we will draw a line under this episode here. The base is essentially finished at this stage. All the walls are done. We've replaced them with marble. We've got ourselves a much bigger work area here, which I'm going to try and build all of our workbenches in a way that is, you know, most efficient so that everything can be connected up to these cabinets as well for the work speed. Same thing with these, moving them out of the way of people's bedrooms would help out a lot and, you know, make room for advanced multi-analyzers, that type of crap. So, Krup, let's give you your final force power upgrades. So we need to spend 9 points on dark side powers to be able to unlock Force Storm. So I'm going to go another one in Choke, another one in Lightning. Oh shit, 3 points for the highest level of Lightning. Oh man. Wait, can we not just get that now? Because if that takes, what, like 3 points, does that not count as 3 points? Requires 9 points. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe it means 8 different skill upgrades rather than ability points. I imagine that's exactly what it means, right? Okay, so fair enough. We'll just go for like another point in... oh man, it seems like a waste. Feel like we should start going to like lightsaber offense or something. Because we're getting fairly close to that aspect of things. Can we go for anything? Let's just go for Force Rage. Why not? Diversify a little bit, huh? We can leave this one here. I think we're actually starting to really get into the Star Warsy aspect of things. And I think this is going to be pretty great. We've got everyone equipped with like powerful blaster rifles, you know, Star Warsy power armor, lightsabers for our Force-sensitive members, of which we've only got Krup. I may make the Force-sensitive trait a little more common, sort of edit that mod to help that. Otherwise, it would be kind of a bit shitty if we only had Krup Voosh as our only lightsaber-wielding Sith. Kind of defeats the point of, you know, trying to build a Sith temple. But hey, we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. In the meantime, let's give a shout out to all of our insane top-tier level patrons for making this series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog, Tadini, Tim Bragg, Laurus, Croesus, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lundeen, Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Pelvis Preslow, Suna Kirito, Conspired T, Jimbo, Orcs Wolf, Facundo Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support in the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel alive. Hope you guys are enjoying a bit more of a Star Warsy twist on the old Rimworld formula. I have a really good idea for next series as well, but I'm not going to touch on that one yet. And we have to give a shout out as well to our other patrons. Now, bear in mind, if you're a patron, big or small, you can get in touch with me and let me know of what names you'd like to see in Rimworld, whether or not that's a colonist, whether or not we might even rename some enemies as well. Kind of suck to rename enemies, though, because obviously we don't see them very frequently, but, you know, mainly colonists, so androids, things like that, pets, animals, whatever. Hopefully we'll have enough to give names out to. So a big shout as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, Icy the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Does, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, Joran De Vries, Haji Dumar, Alpha Scuff, Don Connie 217, Zetma Douglas, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Sir Death, Asro, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, John Holiday, and Zico. Thank you all for your support on Patreon.